Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, May the 8th. It's just around 6 a.m. Eastern Time. Starting here with the earnings for this week. Obviously, there are a lot of companies that are going to be reporting this week. I have every one of these names already charted. I have all of them charted. Anybody who wants to play any of these, feel free. All you got to do is send me a message, tag me in the main chat room, ask me for not only the chart, I'll share it with you. I can even give you the link that you can upload onto your own Thinkorswim with all the lines. But I'll also give you my opinion, having looked at this and watched a lot of these many times. Main ones this week are Walt Disney on Wednesday after the market close. Shits the bed every time. PayPal today after the market close has already shit the bed. You got Robin Hood, Wendy's, Nicola, Krispy Kreme. There's a lot of, decent names out there. But again, anybody that wants to play any of these, don't hesitate. Drop me a message. I got it all for you already. Gonna bring you in here onto the futures. We are dead slow. All night long has just been absolutely dead. But I will bring your attention to here is the Dow, and the Dow is looking to very closely get into the overbought levels as we're heading into the open. The Nasdaq is not doing so well. You can obviously see this sell divergence that wants to play in, but you're already very weak being down here in your 50 area on your RSI. So, not expecting that we're going to get a big banger move out of the Nasdaq, even though it's just down 4 points from the close. But you can see here the upper Keltners. Spoken to a lot of you about this. Upper Keltners got busted over here on Friday. You can see over here on Tuesday last week how the upper Keltners got busted on the downside. Very good, wider time frame, bigger move kind of indicator, and I highly recommend it for everybody. Here is the ES. The ES over here on the Monday highs, 4206.25. We're very, very far off that. All we did was come up nearly to that FOMC spike from last week. Over here at 4167, we came up to 4163.25 on Friday, and as you can see, we are pretty flat. Again, same thing with the RSI. Pretty flat, 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 flat. But going back to the ES, we are ping-ponging between that 4168, 4135. So it's again going to bring you into what you see there in the email that we're talking about with the SPX, where your ping-pong levels are. And the Russell 2000 below the 20-day moving average, above the 10, above the 5. A lot of news that the banks are not as horrible as they really are, even though the banks are more horrible than they are anticipating to be. KRE having a move to the upside as we get started. And let me see where I'm at. I'll get this back on my main screen over there and bring you on to where I'm looking real quick. Your SPX VIX indicator stuff, I can throw it in the email because there's really nothing to go jump up and down about. We're right in the middle. Apple, here's your Apple earnings. Actually, you got to fix this. This is on 5-4 at 16. I like my stuff to be precise. So that's your Apple gap from earnings. Again, anyone who stayed in the Apple trade, I did. I obviously have another kind of view for you. It's there in the email. And PayPal reporting tonight. PayPal is 75% from its all-time highs at 78. And as you can see here, all through that February drop, all through March, all through April, 78 has been impossible. Your earnings over here dropped you in February. Your last earnings was back in October when the entire market bottomed. Then October 31, you hit your 66.71. Zoom out on a wider time frame so that you know where you're at. And yeah, PayPal's a complete piece of shit. So Disney. Disney is 50% from its all-time highs here at 101.88. It is 50 retracement from its all-time lows in 2002. Maybe not the all-time lows, but the 2002 lows. 108.62. And with Apple, with Disney, as you can see, because Disney is pretty good, Disney likes to have a good earnings and shit the bed after it. You see your earnings over here in February and shit the bed after it. So Not really in love with this being a Wednesday trade to go and jump on a Disney 110, 115 call spread or anything like that. But after earnings on Wednesday for Thursday and Friday, we will have something to do over there on Disney. And Robulux is going to be reporting later this week as well. I think it's Wednesday morning. This thing is a troll. It's an absolute fucking troll. I've watched this for Teresa because she was wanting to sell some call credits on it or covered calls. It's just a troll. Every time it gets into that 50 area, it shits the bed, holding this 37 like there's no tomorrow. So the ones that I like, okay, and got them in your email. Apple is obviously one of them. Shop is another one. Bring you over here to Shop. Here's your big earnings run. I haven't put my little block there for where the gap is. Here's your earnings run over here on Shop. I like this for selling some call credits and Microsoft. Uh, Jeffrey Ernstein, Microsoft. I like it. I like it as well. Wider time frame, bring you out so you see where you're at. We're right up here at this 309, 315.95. Here's your March highs from back last year, right up there at 316. So you got a lot of momentum to the upside that's happening over here on Microsoft, and you can see pretty much the same thing with Apple. There is a lot of weight and a lot of pressure that's taking place over here on these two stocks. And the weight that they have on the indexes, the extensions that they've had coming off of where they've started from at the beginning of the year. There are alternatives. You can go with the cheaper version of the ETFs, or you can go with the individual names, which are producing a little bit more credit to them. So, yeah, I will have Microsoft, I will have Apple, I will have Shop. And as for the week, I believe I was just playing around with this. Uh, do, 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 do. Yeah, above 41.55 over here on the SPX was, let's call it a short trigger. We're looking for a short position above 41.55. We've got three closes up there. Below 41.15, we're looking for it to be proven whether or not it really is a fall off. And with today being Monday, I do not anticipate it being a fall off in any way, shape, or form. Tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. We can provide ourselves with something there. And the VIX, the VIX, the VIX. Oh, I had the wrong chart up. VIX default. Okay, yeah, there you are. You got a gap to fill from overnight on the VIX. So these things, you can almost set your clock to it. The VIX gaps fill. So with the VIX gap due to be filled down to where it closed, about 50 cents lower than where we are, you're more than likely going to get a little bit of pressure on the SPX to be proven back to that 4140, 4150 area later today. So nice and slow start to the week, get everything together, and I will catch you in the chat room.